Hello everybody, welcome back to another YouTube video. We are back out here on the Hunter Call of the Wild, and today we are back with another guide for you beginner folks. Tracking in this game can be extremely hard, and I'm going to give you guys some tips that can help you potentially track your trophies and your harvests better. So let's get right on into it. So first up, we are going to talk about skills and perks. So skills and perks are things that you can, over time as you level up, you will get perk points and skill points, and these will help you track your game better. So for example, in the skills category of the stalker category, there is locate tracks. So level 1 is the directional tracking cone becomes more accurate and narrower. So the cone I'm showing you is this cone right here that shows you exactly which direction the animal went in. It also shows you this on your hunter's mate. And as you can see, there's a cone there. And then level 2 increases the distance at which tracks are visible and highlighted. So as you can see, I can see tracks all the way over there. And as I back up, they slowly start to disappear out of my distance that I can see them in. And the number 3 perk is the directional tracking cone is now even narrower and tracks can be detected from even further away. So it basically just combines the first two, and we have a tar down there that I'm just going to take down real quick. And the next skill that you should probably get leveled up to level 3 is going to be track knowledge. So level 1 reveals information about an animal's gender when investigating footprints and vocalizations. We're going to talk about what each of those two things are later in the video. Let's see if I can find a track down here to show you guys. As you can see, when I pick up this footprint, it shows that this chamois is a female, which you can indicate by the sign underneath its picture there. So if I pick up another track, that might have been the same exact track. If I pick up a different track, as you can see, there's a female Himalayan tar. And I pick up this track right here, there is a male Himalayan tar, which is this one. So the next skill that is underneath that track knowledge is level 2, which reveals information about approximate animal group size when investigating need zone tracks, and animals' approximate health when investigating blood trails. And right here, these are need zone indicators. So as you can see, when I click on this one, it shows me that there are 4 Himalayan tar feeding. There are 4 Himalayan tar feeding in this zone. Level 2, in approximate animal group size and approximate health when investigating blood trails. And now level 3. Level 3 reveals information about an animal's approximate weight when investigating footprints and fur type when investigating disturbed vegetation. Now we will talk about disturbed vegetation in a second, but essentially what that does, so we're going to go down there. So as we approach on this guy's footprint, we can see that it does say that it's 50 to 72 kilograms. You can change the unit system between metric and imperial. If we come over to this track right here, it's the same way. If I come over to this track here, same way, but it will tell you what it weighs. Once you have all those skills and perks, it will always tell you exactly what it weighs. Now that we know that it does in fact show us their weight, you can head on to tier 2 and see connect the dots. Now, essentially what this does is on your hunter mate, when you pick up an animal's track and then pick up one of their other tracks, it will show you basically the path that they followed to get to the area you're in. So this is your hunter mate. When we come back in here to skills, it says each time a track is investigated, a trail line is automatically drawn on your hunter mate between tracks of the active trail, which is the animal you're tracking, and trail direction is also indicated with an arrow. Investigated tracks that were not dropped in consecutive order have a dotted line drawn between them to indicate that there are more tracks to be found to complete the trail. The dotted line will not occur if 3 tracks in the order are skipped. And now another skill over in tier 3 that I would recommend that you have is innate triangulation, which is for call signs, which we're going to talk about in a minute. But this is essentially each level decreases the size of the animal vocalization indicator in the world, making it easier to pinpoint the position of the animal that produced the call. So whenever you pick up one of those calls, the cones that it kind of surrounds will be smaller, so triangulate the location of the animal quicker. Oh, there's tar out there. So yeah, as you can see, there was that call sign. You see it was very smaller, but when you do not have that perk, it is a lot wider, so it's harder to discover exactly where those animals are. So that is why innate triangulation is probably one perk that you're definitely going to want to find more animals in the game. And now the final perk in the final skill in the stalker section is going to be stirred vegetation. So what this does is whenever you pick up an animal's track, it will tell you when you come over here. I have a picture of a disturbed vegetation. I'll just pop that up. So it's going to look kind of like these, but they're going to be a lot longer. And when you pick it up, it will tell you the fur type of the animal that you have just picking up the track for. So I'll just read this. Reveals a new track type, disturbed vegetation. Animals sometimes produce these in between other tracks. This makes it easier to follow the traits of difficult animals and reveals the animal's fur type when combined with the track knowledge skill. So you do need 3 points in track knowledge and a point in disturbed vegetation to unlock the disturbed vegetation skill. If you're 2 out of 3 in track knowledge and you come over here and get disturbed vegetation, you will not be able to use disturbed vegetation because you need track knowledge for that perk to work. So when we come over here, this is actually what a disturbed vegetation looks like. As you can see, I come over here, when I pick it up, it says disturbed vegetation, dark brown, very old. So it will also tell you what its time frame of being there for was. So yeah, that is basically all the skills that you're going to be wanting to track your animals sufficiently. But now we're just going to hop on in and talk about the different kinds of tracks. So number 1, we have footprints. If you have all the skills and perks that I just talked about, you're going to see this. It's going to tell you the species and its weight and exactly how it was moving. And then this cone right here will show you the direction that it went. So this tar went off in this direction. Now it's not going to tell you exactly where it went, but it's going to point you. And then you have to go find another one of its tracks, and here's where that connect the dots perk comes in handy. You pick up one of its tracks, but as you can see, a line was not connected, which means this is not the second track. So you can come on over here, look for a different track. So as you can see, in these more clustered areas, this can be a lot harder to find their things, but that is where that connect the dots track comes in handy, and it's going to help you out a ton. Next up on the list is going to be droppings. Now you may be like, what the heck, why would those help me? But trust me, they can be useful. So we're going to come on up here to this dropping. This is what they're going to look like. What else would they look like? And when you pick it up, it's going to say Himalayan tar, the species. It's going to say droppings. It's going to say its class, and then it says very old, which is how long ago it was here. Sometimes it will say recent or very recent or whatever it will say, and it'll basically just tell you how long ago it was there. And next up, we already kind of talked about this, but disturbed vegetation. This obviously just shows the footprint, the fur type that it was on, which is, it will say disturbed vegetation, and it will say dark brown, and it will also say how recent it was there. Next was also something we kind of talked about, but it was call signs. So this is basically, it would tell you warning calls and mating calls. The warning calls basically means that the animal is alert, or it is, oh, and there's also fleeing calls, which we just saw up there. And it will basically tell you the animal is spooking, and you're spooking the animal, and you should probably be more careful of your surroundings. Mating calls that there's an animal up ahead. It's most likely going to be traveling, and it's calm because it's doing a mating call. And then fleeing obviously just tells you that the animal is running away, and you have most likely spooked the animal, or another animal has spooked the animal, because that can also happen. And then the final track is blood splatters. We have also pretty much talked about this. Once you have those correct perks, it will tell you the health when you pick it up. There is vital, non-vital, no organs hit. So vital basically means that you hit it in the heart, lungs, liver, or brain. Brain is a vital organ, but never aim for the brain, because usually that will mess up the trophy. So mostly just aim for the lung, heart, or liver. The non-vitals are stomach, intestine, and then there's no organs hit, which basically means you didn't hit a non-vital or a vital. Could be anywhere ranging from maybe the spine to its foot. So yeah, that is the types of tracks. I believe we did in fact go over all of them. That is going to wrap up the video, guys. I appreciate you guys all for checking out today's video. If this video helped you, comment down below how it helped you. Any questions, make sure you drop them in the comments. Discord link is in the description and in the pinned comment. I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.